Joining me now for more reaction is Lana Payne, Unifor National President and member of the Prime Minister's Canada-U.S. Special Counsel. Lana, certainly, first off, let's get your reaction. I'm sure you heard a bunch of what Donald Trump had to say as well, but give me your reaction to the U.S. Supreme Court's decision today to say that a lot of these tariffs, or at least the IEEPA tariffs, are unlawful.
Yes, it wasn't unexpected. We did expect the Supreme Court to rule in this fashion. The reality is this is an important decision. But the impact of the most important and punishing tariffs on Canada are still there. So the sectoral tariffs on auto, on steel, on aluminum, on forestry, on heavy-duty trucks, we're still experiencing those today despite this Supreme Court decision.
And Canada in particular, too, Lana, right? Because those sectoral tariffs are in effect. The rest of and a lot of trade between Canada and the U.S. is covered under CUSMA, but those ones in particular are not. And then you hear that now another global order is coming for another 10% possibly. We're still trying to determine how that factors in because it's under another section. It's Section 122, at least for now. So when you hear that coming, is that going to mean more difficulty for those industries that are already facing significantly high tariffs?
It could. It absolutely could. It'll depend on what this proclamation looks like. The reality is that the President of the United States has many tariff tools in his toolbox. We have been experiencing a variety of them in Canada that have been designed to surgically destroy jobs in this country. That is what the sectoral tariffs have done. Tens and tens of thousands of Canadian workers have been impacted by these tariffs in terms of either job loss or layoff, and those tariffs are still there. And there's likely to be seen, given what the president has said today, that we will have a backlash here as a result of the Supreme Court ruling. But that can't deter us from what it is that we need to achieve, and that's eventually a trade agreement with the United States. In the days and weeks and months ahead as we go into the CUSMA review.
And give me your thoughts on that too, and what you think, how this is going, this decision in particular, is how is it going to affect CUSMA, review and renegotiation as we slowly, those conversations are happening now. I'm sure you're privy to some of that information, but as we lead up to the summer and the actual review itself, how do you think this one is going to affect it?
I mean, I think everything is going to have an impact in some form or another at this bargaining table. It can't not, given the character of the President of the United States. But the reality is, for Canada, we have to stay very focused. We have a job that we have to do at that table. We have leverage that we can use as a country. We can't fear using it. If you look at what's happening in the U.S. right now, the cake is baking. We've had this, this Supreme Court ruling, but we are also seeing an impact of these tariffs on the U.S. economy. They are losing manufacturing jobs hand over fist every single month down there. The very sector of their economy that Trump said these tariffs were designed to help is having the opposite impact. And all of that is creating conditions now where Canada could get a better trade deal, which was why it was so important that we didn't sign a bad trade deal last year.
Okay, Lana Payne, Unifor National President. Appreciate your time today, Lana. Thanks so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.